guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Alexis Hope if you are new. If you are returning, welcome back. You are a real one. I would like for you guys to take a minute to subscribe if you like the content. And of course, share this if this helped you. So if you have been on my channel for a hot minute, you have seen my struggles with IT, cybersecurity, all that good stuff, okay? So I wanted to do a video as far as how I got my government IT job. And I have been putting out vlogs. I have noticed from doing YouTube searches, it's very limited information as far as the IT tech specialist type jobs and information on there. And when you add government to it, slim pickings. So I'm hoping to fill a gap, bridge, that gap right there, and share my experience. So I have very little working IT knowledge. Everything that I know, I have been taught myself. I'm self-taught, or I did go to a boot camp for cybersecurity, and they did lace in some networking, some things like that. But I am mainly self-taught. Self-taught from YouTube videos, podcasts, books, just things like that. I also have courses with that Udemy, things like that. I'm just pretty much self-taught. That's just how I've always rocked when it comes to IT. I don't have a degree in IT. I have an associate's. It's not in IT. I have Security Plus, which I worked my butt off for. But that doesn't really help get you a help desk job for the government. So I'm pretty much self-taught, and everything that I know that I put on my resume, I learned from my home lab just doing what I do. So my job hunting process was grueling. My last job was temporary. It was meant to last until March. They extended it until May. I had to find another job. It was crunch time. So I started looking on LinkedIn. I even posted my resume on LinkedIn. I started looking everywhere, including government sites. I don't have a security clearance. I want to throw that out there. I do not have a security clearance. I know some of these government sites want you to have a clearance. I do not have one. But I'm going to explain to you the different kinds of governments and how it just may be easy to start at a lower level government and just work your way up. I found my job on Facebook. I work for the county government. This is basically as low level as you can get. It's not federal government. It's not just state government. It's the county government. And I found it on Facebook. They always posted that they were hiring on Facebook. Any job that they had, Facebook. I just happened to see last February this position. I applied, heard crickets for like a month. Then I got that dreaded denial letter saying that I was not picked. That's okay. I saw it pop up again, ironically enough, this past April. I saw it pop up again. I applied, and I was like, you know what? Y'all not going to get rid of me. I applied. I applied on I believe I applied on a Friday or a Saturday. I heard back that Monday he wanted me to come in Tuesday for the job interview. And I was actually hired the next day, Wednesday, but I put my phone number in wrong. They didn't get up with me until Thursday with an offer. But that goes to show consistency. I consistently checked Facebook, their website, their official website. I religiously check some of these government sites. At the time of me making this video, the state of North Carolina has a website, and I'll link it. They have a job opening for a help desk. I think it's user technician 1. It's for the state of North Carolina. It is remote. If they still have it open, I will link it. But I mean, sometimes I'm hitting some of these sites, and I'll link some of the sites below as well. And it's nothing to start small from your county. Trust me, start with your county. The counties, it's easier to get into, in my opinion. But you master your county, then you can go to state level or you can go to federal. So like I said, I got the interview, had the interview on Tuesday. Wednesday, they try to get up with your girl. Thursday, they finally did. And I was like, yes. Second time, second try. Yes. Yes. I was so excited. I was nervous. I was scared. I was terrified. And I'm going to get to the interview. But I was scared. I was terrified. Now, she explained to me when she sent the offer letter how it works. She sent me a lot of paper, a lot of benefits paper, a lot of information, a lot of disclosures. So how it works is that what they do is every 2 weeks they have an orientation. If you were hired between that, you have to wait 2 weeks in order to start. So I had to, in the meantime, you are doing your background check, you're doing your drug test, your fingerprints, you are also doing any paperwork that they need you to do. So when orientation rolls around, you're good to go. Now, I had to wait 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks before orientation started. So I did the orientation, and you can watch that vlog. I started that first day, and yeah, it was just a rundown. I think orientation lasted 3-4 hours. It was a lot. When I say this is more than what a company goes through, it's a lot. And that's because local government, you are bound by your board of elections and the people who you basically you know, vote in. You're bound by these people. So they are the ones who make the rules. They are the ones who set your pay. And there's like no room for negotiation there. They set your pay. I had 1 round of interviews. So there was 2 interviewers, the assistant and the director of IT for my county. So this was cool. I got to meet both of them. Sat down in a room. They had their questions. I'm sitting there like, shoot, let's go. What's up? So first question was, you know, tell us about yourself. Oldie but goodie, apparently. So I, you know, explained who I am, what I'm looking to do in IT, what I hope for, just, you know, everything. Basically making myself, selling myself, basically. They kind of like, you know, ping-ponged a little bit as far as asking me questions. They also gave me a rundown of what the job entailed. Putting together phones, putting together computers. I may occasionally have to fix a computer. I take tickets. I answer phone calls. I answer questions. I use Active Directory to, you know, make users, remove users, put users in, add employees. It's way more than that, but you know, sometimes if we're having to switch out, you know, servers and things like that, I do that as well. They were giving me the lay of the land. And, you know, of course, I'm coming back with my questions like, what is your computer setup like? They mentioned that, you know, fixing, troubleshooting Windows. What's your setup like? They use virtual machines. Well, which one? You know, so do you use, you know, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, you know, just stuff like this. So whenever they were ping-ponging, letting me, you know what they were, you know, what they use, what we do, software, things like that, I hit them back like, well, what kind, what brand? I'm hitting them back with, you know, names. Like, oh, we use virtual machines. VDI, do you use, you know, VirtualBox? You know, just what do you use? So I have no problem throwing out those keywords because I know my resume. My resume is, you know, 1 page, but it lists, I mean, it's full of keywords. Keywords. It doesn't just list, you know, a job and then, you know, 5 bullet points of what I can do. I list all my skills first. I don't just say, you know, Splunk, Nmap, Azure, AWS. No, I say I am proficient in, you know, stuff, you know, just whatever I'm proficient in. And then I use keywords. I use, like, let's say I am proficient in adding users with AD Manager or, you know, some type of Active Directory. I'm using these keywords. So this is stuff that I'm remembering off the top of the head so that I'm relating it back to them. Now, to the fun part. of course, my education. I don't really have any technical education with the exception of a boot camp. So I make up for that with, I have a home lab. I sit and I practice. I am learning Linux. They ask me, which one. I like Kali. Kali's okay. I like Debian. That's personally my favorite. I'm hitting them with these keywords. So they ask me, what my goals are for the future, and I'm not even going to hold you. My goal is to work for Google. I want to work for Google. That's just me. I want to work for Google. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, just things like that. They did ask me technical questions. It wasn't like, hard Linux questions or things like that. They asked me, because I've been asked in an interview, like, how do you add somebody to Active Directory? Honey, I don't know. I just do. These were just, questions as far as software. And I did notice that they were okay with me not knowing. They're cool with me not knowing. They just wanted to make sure that I was willing to learn. So yeah, I was very honest about me not knowing things. I knew my resume inside and out. Like, you're not tripping me up on that. I know my resume. I know what I can do. If I can give you any advice, know your resume, and they don't expect you to know everything, especially not Helpdesk. Trust me, they don't. They just want you to be able to learn and can show that you can learn. So when I say that I am looking for other certifications, they love that. That means I'm willing to learn. Alright guys, so that is my video about how I got my Helpdesk job, which is crazy that I still have it. Not that I still have it, but that I got it. I'm gonna work my ass off to make sure I still have it. But that was bananas. Oh my god. Yeah. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. Of course, leave comments below, because who doesn't want comments? I love answering your questions. So I will see you all hopefully in a couple of days when I post my next video.